Northern California, the blunts look like cops. Now there's two up to them in this bitch, yeah. It's the whip and the flame, but I'm
mormon production.
Hey, how you doing? Let me pause Stephen Colbert. I was trying to figure out a way how to blame him for stealing my commentary. Now, I want to welcome you to another day of this blog called The Daily Procrastinator. And I want to thank you for coming back on my second day. Now today, I'm going to get a real passionate look. I'm going to give you a real passionate look, rather, about something that I'm very passionate about while eating peanut butter toast. By the way, this show is brought to you by Pampa Peanut Butter Creamy. Actually, the show is actually brought to you by whatever I'm eating at that time. And my toast seems to get progressively blacker as I get to the bottom of the plate. But what can I possibly be passionate about? I mean, I'm an African-American young man, and no, I'm not on drugs. I'm passionate about gay rights. And if you haven't figured it out by now, you need some help. Yes, I'm gay. By the way, I made this video and rap to come out of the closet to, you know, you YouTubers, because everybody else knows I'm gay already. And after that, I'm going to go into my It's Get Better gig, you know, this little spiel about It Get Better. How do I say this? It's gotten so much better for me being out of high school, but that's more to come. Anyway, and then after that, I'm going to have my coming out story, and then I'm going to be done. So, I'm going to eat some bread, and then we'll get into the video. Yo, yeah, I'm gay, yeah, I know I'm fucking gay, I live in the Bay of the fucking USA. I might be gay, still all my friends trying to hang, and I don't give a fuck what you really think. Can't kill me, you can barely fucking hear me. Y'all might hate me on Twitch, don't even skip. Damn right, my stack so tight, I be looking so nice each and every night. I'm flip all day. Damn right, stack so tight, I be looking so nice each and every night. I'm flip all day, all night. I know what I do, and stay tuned. They gave me how to go with the rest of my video. Okay, I get it. My talent's lacking something. I think it might be talent. But hey, I'll try. And I also promised you my coming out story. So here it is. So, in 9th grade, I kind of liked girls, but I still like guys. I don't know why. I mean, I like girls now too, don't get me wrong. But I feel better with guys. But that's not the sexual part. I'm talking about the emotional part. I don't talk about my sex life with anybody. Straight out gay. In 10th grade, I had a friend. I shall call him. Well, I'm gonna tell. Okay, his name is Sean. I'm gonna give you his last name. His name is Sean. I had a friend named Sean, and I sat next to him in a lot of classes. I met him in freshman year. I had like 4 classes back to back to back. Oh shit, right? And I'm like, damn. And I feel kind of bad. I was kind of stalking this guy, right? I shouldn't say stalking. I go to jail for that. I was kind of following him and looking at him and sneaking peeks and like, oh yeah, he's cute. I wonder if he notices me. But he's a guy. Why he notices me, right? And then I think I did something, one of the stupidest things I ever did. I tried to come out to him in front of everybody, and it was like sophomore year. We had this thing right before spring break where we all go and man, it's kind of emotional. right before spring break, we will all go in and have this thing called a multicultural assembly, where they have people dancing and people huluing, people like, it's really fun. But this year, I wasn't having fun because I was too busy thinking about Sean, and I was messed up that day. I was crying one day, and yeah, I was crying. Me, Mr. Guy, Mr. National Guard, I was crying, and I was crying the day before, and all the periods before, you know, inside and outside, and my teacher. The period right before the end of the day, because we ended early that day, and my teacher, Miss Lawfer, she came up to me and she was like, "What can I do?" I'm like, "Nothing. I don't want to talk to you." And she had cookies, because she had an oven in the classroom. She'll bake cookies. So I'm like, "I don't want to talk to you." Blah blah blah. And she's like, you know, she's getting teary-eyed. And then I guess she says, "Screw him. He's mean to me. Screw him." She goes and she says, "Fuck him." And after, I'm like, "Can I talk to you?" She's like, "Yeah, after the assembly." So I'm sitting next to some random guy on this side and some guy on this side. And I'm saying, "Hey, Sean." No, first, let me tell you. First, I asked my friend on this side, my right. I said, "Hey, what do you think he'll say if I told him I like him?" And first, it was a new thing for him, too. And he was like, "I think he won't care, but he just won't talk to you anymore." I'm like, "I don't want that to happen." So I turn around, and mind you, everybody in the row is named Deshaun, Sean, LaShawn, some kind of Sean, right? So I go like this, I'm like, "Hey, Sean." And the whole row turns and looks at me. And I'm like, oh, holy shit. And I'm like all worked up, and I'm getting out of there. I'm standing up and I'm leaving. And then he's my boss, but he treats me like his nephew. I call him my uncle. This guy worked for the after school program. His name is Mr. Kraft. So I get up and I leave. I'm like, okay, I'm out of here, right? I'm leaving. My principal won't let me go, but the guy who I just told you about, who pretends like he's my uncle, he's like, "I got him." So I leave, and I spend the rest of the spring break, a whole week and a half, in the house, hiding from everybody. I come back to school and it's like it's never happened.
Northern California, the blunts look like cops. Now there's two up to them in this beach. Yeah, it's the difference in the flame without one.
Mormon Production.